Hello everybody, ProtoFoxy here, coming back at you with another video. And we today are going to be looking at the Iron General AS08. This is a fourth party knockoff of the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime, the Commander class one. Now mind you, the Commander class toy is $90. This is $15. I will put a link for it in the description below. You can get this off of AliExpress. Now, this is just a cab and its accessories. It does not have the trailer and whatnot, but that's fine. I'm good with that because I've stated in different posts on social media, and I might even said it here, I'm just not going to spend $90 on this toy, but I would gladly spend $15 on this toy. And we're going to get into it. I got thoughts on this, and I have to get this up here. This is actually going to go up on my son's birthday, Saturday, July 12th. I'm filming it today because it just came in today, and he got one as well. And actually, I spent $15 on this. I spent $15 on my son's. Another oopsie that I will take advantage of, and now I have a fourth party knockoff of the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. First off, let's get a look at Iron General's box. We have not Optimus Prime, we have Iron General AS Toys, product shots, stuff in Chinese, 2D barcode, images, Iron General truck mode. He has his matrix, he has his gun, his axe, hero in our hearts, more Iron General but upside down. I don't see any images of don't give to babies. I would throw the box, but I'm actually going to keep this box. I actually like this box, it's cool. Ages 8 and up, 8+, so that means don't give to babies. But anywho, enough of the box. I'm not throwing the box. I'm actually going to keep that box. That's actually pretty cool. Get a look at this. Look at it. It's a red and blue truck. Are we shocked? But this is awesome. Like, I'm really, and I actually added that little decal there. So yes, I wish it was white outlines, but hey, it works. Autobot symbol that does not come on the actual figure. It's no symbols. But this is a red and blue truck, and it's awesome. It looks really good. It's really close to the animation model. Yes, there's some gappiness and stuff like that, obviously, for what this toy does. That's okay. But vehicle mode is very clean. Obviously, you can tell that these are some feet, and I believe these are actually assembled correctly as opposed to incorrectly on the actual Hasbro version. But holy crap, like, this is incredible. I actually believe this might be die cast there, so they've even done a little bit. Yeah, some of the detailing isn't exact to the Studio Series 86. I think there was some more ridges over here, and these were a bit more defined there. But all in all, that's the Studio Series 86 toy. And I've talked about this. A lot of these fourth party knockoff figures I feel like they may be like B stock from Hasbro or whatever. But it's the quality's right there, just like the Black Mamba stuff. And seeing how clean this truck mode is, it's pretty astounding how they get it to work. To get it into robot mode, and we're going to get down to that in a bit, but first we're going to do some comparison shots. First off, previous review, another Studio Series toy, the Devastation Deluxe Prime, and you can see the size difference. And I said it in my previous video, I love this figure. He's absolutely phenomenal. I will not let anybody tell me any different. Because he's cool, he's good for what he does. He's a deluxe version of Prime. He's nowhere near Studio Series 86, but he's fun, and he does some really cool stuff, obviously, to get where he needs to get. But yeah, there's that. That's a deluxe toy. And we're going to go ahead, the closest, and now I was going to do some other Optimus Prime comparisons, but we're going to leave it at just this. The closest thing you're going to get to another Earth style G1 Prime is Earthrise Prime, and this is my son's. But again, just comparing the truck modes and seeing how that works out. Get them rotating around, this, that, and the other thing. And now this was sold as leader class, but it's a Voyager and it came with a trailer. So he's obviously a little bit bigger. You know, the Iron General Studio Series 86 Prime. I'm just going to say Studio Series 86 Prime because that's what he is. You know, but a little bigger. Obviously, he's meant to be more along the lines, I guess you would say, of an actual leader class, whatever. But that's it. We're going to go ahead. He does come with his accessories with the exception of the trailer. Now this we'll talk about when we get into robot mode. He has his blast effect. He has his ion blaster. He has his energon axe. We'll talk about those when we get to robot mode. But let's get down to it. Because I will say, I complained about the engineering on this toy when I saw initial reviews of the Studio Series 86 figure. I'm a believer. The transformation itself, and we're just going to go ahead and get started. The transformation itself is actually, while complex, is fun to do. It's nothing ropey. It doesn't feel like you're going to break anything or over-engineered. I felt that way initially, and I had sworn this off. Now, I will say, would I spend $90 on the original toy, the original actual Hasbro release of this toy? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would not spend $90 on this. But I will say it is definitely worth more than the $15 that this toy is. That, you know, the $15 to $20 you can get off of like sites like AliExpress and stuff like that. And before we get into the rest of robot mode, I love this, and it has to happen, and I have to just make sure it happens on camera. But let me finish it first. Snap into place there. And as you're watching, you've seen this transformation done before on different videos. I'm just gonna go through. I'm not gonna describe every step, but Gertruck had to happen. So there we have Gertruck mode. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to continue on, and I will say again, I complained about this when I first saw it. Again, on social media and stuff, I'm like, nah, I'm not going to spend no $90 on this over-engineered nonsense, this, that, and the other thing. I'm happy to eat my words. I'm happy to say that, yeah, I was wrong, and I'm okay with this. And just even what this thing does, it's impressive. I mean, you're watching how all of this works, and I can't say enough how impressive that actually is. Like, how all of this works. It's like I guess you could say, mini masterpiece. I would definitely hazard to say that that's what this does. And when we get to robot mode, you'll see. And now I don't remember if that goes in beforehand, but we do have to get... Now there's a lot of panels here. I will say that. There's a lot of panels that you do have to work with and get into place and everything as you're transforming this toy. That's something, something you need to be aware of. And some of it, and I will say, and this is a fourth party knockoff. No clearance issues, joints and stuff like that. I don't feel like I'm going to break it. The quality of this figure, I wish I had a pencil to make fun of that dude who does the pencil thing. But just the quality, it's on par with Hasbro. I don't feel like anything's going to break. I don't feel like anything is going to shatter or destroy in my hand. And am I doing that right? Ooh, no, that's duh. I did a step out of direction here, so now we got to flip those back up. Yeah, there are a lot of panels to work with, and getting them done. Come on. And even worse because I got these gigantic ham hocks, and I'm trying not to break toys on camera, so that would be bad. But, you do all that, and then we're going to do this, because here's where a lot of the panel stuff tends to happen, and it is the backpack. I'm gonna go ahead and get the head rotated out of the way and stuff like that as you're watching me do this. And then we flip this up. Yeah, I think I maybe should have done that. Oh no, I do that after the fact. So again, complex transformation, but not unenjoyable. And why does that feel like I didn't do that correctly? Is it because I got something in the way? I feel like that should... Oh! Yeah, maybe. No. No, what am I doing? There it is. That's how that's supposed to sit, I think. Come on, don't. There we go. Boom. So yeah, panel heavy, especially for the backpack. And he does have a backpack. We know this. He obviously has to have one because of the way it works and the way it transforms, because it doesn't do like the Studio Series Devastation Prime. It does hide away stuff. It does have faux forming for the chest and everything like that. So we don't get the grill like on that toy, which, I mean, and that was another gripe, that a $25 figure could do that, and a $90 figure, however, had to result to having a massive backpack and faux forming. But again, once we talk about this robot mode and once we see the end result, I don't care. I am incredibly pleased with this version of this figure and what they have done with this toy. And there it is. That's the robot mode. And I will say, hands down, for Generation 1 Optimus Prime, that's it. That's the business. That's the bee's knees. That's everything you want. Holy crap. Get a look at that. And I will say, yes, he does have a backpack. We know he has a backpack. This has been discussed. But also, even though it compresses and everything folds up and it doesn't really take shape, you can definitely tell it's compressed panels. But the show model had a backpack as well. And even without Sideswipe's rocket pack from that episode. So that does work. And I'm okay with this. And again, it's not wildly accurate to the character model, the animation model, but it's close. But just look at this. I wasn't a believer. I'm like, no, this is overpriced garbage and screw this noise and this and that. And while I will stand by paying $90 for a Commander class toy, is that I get it. Even for the official Hasbro toy, yeah, I get it. I'm happy that Iron General exists. But yeah, even the official Hasbro figure, holy crap. Like, I was wrong. This is great. This is amazing. And even, if I can get it to pop open here. Yep, you can. This is even accurate to how the Matrix chamber worked in the film. Because that flap opens up and you got the Matrix inside there. And that's cool. And he can obviously hold it with his hands. We'll go into that. We'll go into, some of the articulation. Because beautifully articulated. His hands do in fact open up, which is, again, awesome. And I'm not going to do both hands because I'll actually, when we get into the accessories, but you can even have them. And now, does the wrist rotate? I don't think it does, but you can have him point. So you can have him pointing. He's got butterfly joints going in both directions. You push back any further and it pushes the backpack off because that doesn't really hard tab in there. It just kind of soft sets in there. But yeah, like, wow, holy crap. Like, what can't this thing do? It's incredible. I'm at a loss for words. I'm speechless. And that doesn't happen often when it comes to toys. And again, like, okay, Iron General, it's a good, affordable version of that. Wow. Oh, holy crap. And let's go ahead and get the accessories in here. Now, I mentioned this, and I talk about it in robot mode. Unfortunately, with the Iron General version, That's not rounded off. I'm going to have to take a router to it to get that right. Otherwise, so the blast effect won't peg on there. You could force it, but then you're going to break stuff. I don't want to do that. I'd rather just route this out with a small Dremel and get in there. So we'll just leave that off to the side. But of course, plugs into his hand. Plugs into his hand. As soon as I can get it correct, because of course the fingers are in the way there. Boom. Goes into his hand, and it does grip. And then, even though he, in the 86 film, even though he didn't have it, every other damn G1 Optimus Prime does have it, and it has to, and I appreciate that, because I do love it. And it doesn't, and what it does is so cool. And now again, here, just so you know, that's squared off there too. And this is hard plastic. This isn't like the actual Studio Series 86 release where it's softer plastic, a bit more pliable. This is hard plastic. That's squared off, but it does fit on that round peg, and it fits snugly and securely, and it's not going to break anything. It's not going to shift, not going to break anything. It feels good. But like, holy crap. Look at this. Now let's get in close. This is details. Like, that is the G1 Prime animation model head. And now those do move, so you can move them back if you feel like you need to. Obviously, it's due to transformation. But sometimes on the show, the animation model was done a little differently, so you would have it back further. But, you put it up. That's the way we all know it. But look at this. My God. And then, like, even the paint. Like, everything is just done gorgeously. The eyes, the way they're set in there. Like, again, holy cow. Like, I just can't beam and glaze about this figure enough. Like, yeah, I'm sold. I'm a believer. Oh, yeah, and the waist rotates, too. You can reenact the whole, jumping blaster scene from the film perfectly. And I whatever. But here, we're going to get, let's get comparisons. So, so I can glaze about this figure more here in a minute. Daddy and son. Look at that. And they even wear their axes on the right hand. That's so amazing. And again, I've mentioned it in my review of this, my review video of this toy. Don't let anybody fool you. This one's great too. So we just need to keep reiterating the greatness of Devastation Optimus Prime. It's so good. For a deluxe Optimus, don't let anybody steer you wrong. This is a great toy. But we're not talking about Devastation Prime. We're talking about Iron General. But then we're going to go ahead and bring in what many people feel like is a gold standard, and that's Earthrise Optimus Prime for G1 vehicle mode accuracy and stuff. And he does things similar. His backpack does clean up a bit better. He's got wheel butt cheeks, but that's fine. It works. It looks good. And he does look good. I'm not going to take anything away from that. That's definitely a great version of Optimus Prime. But we're not talking about Earthrise Optimus now, are we? We're talking about Iron General Studio Series 86. Let's just some poses. Let's just do that. Let's get some posing down. Let's look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah. That's the stuff. That's the stuff. He can axe in the air. I'm not going to break the matrix out of his chest to have him holding the matrix because my hands are huge and I would break things and don't want to. I can't beam enough about this toy. He's so good. He's so good. And just, oh yeah. This sounds really awful right now. I'm sorry. But yeah, he is. I cannot recommend this enough. Now, I will say if the actual Hasbro official real Studio Series 86 toy is, you would rather go that route as opposed to, say, the fourth party knockoff route. By all means, if that's how you want to spend your money, go right ahead. I would have bagged on it before, but now I'm a believer. This is easily not just one of the best Transformer toys released in the past decade. This is probably, I will go out and say, one of the best Transformer toys released ever. And I was on my whole kick of being over Generation 1 and being, past it and wanting something new and being happy that Age of the Primes has given us Armada stuff and different generations. But that wheeled me in, man. Holy crap, this is such a good figure. It's so good. And like I was stating before, if you have to have the actual Hasbro release, go for it. Would I spend $90 on a Commander class toy? No, absolutely not. Even if I had the money, I wouldn't. But times is tough, and $15 for a fourth party knockoff, you can't go wrong. And the quality's there. You watch me transform it, and I actually had to, I don't want to say forcefully do things, but I did. Yeah, I wasn't gentle, with things. I didn't feel it, and I didn't feel like I was going to break anything. It's just, it's so good. You can't go wrong. I hard recommend. Buy the Iron General. I'll put links in the description below for this version. If you have to have the Hasbro one with the trailer, by all means, that's how you want to spend your money. Spend your money. I won't bag on you for it. But this exists, and it's good. And I know they are eventually going to release a one with a trailer. And there you go. But yeah, I'm a believer. Studio Series 86 Prime. Great figure. Iron General even better because you're getting all of that at an insanely affordable price. And he's amazing. And he even comes in fun colors. They do a Nemesis Prime repaint version and a Shattered Glass version. So if G1 ain't your bag, G1 accuracy ain't your bag, you got Nemesis Prime and you got Shattered Glass Prime. Or just to have the fun alternate versions. I can't say it enough. Get this toy. It's so good. Even if you have to go out and spend the $90-100 on getting the Hasbro version, get it. Good stuff. I went this route because this is more affordable and I wasn't about to spend $90 on a Hasbro toy. But this I can wholeheartedly recommend. I love it. All that being said, you like the video, give it a like. If you did, shoot subscribe my way. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I say to you this, be kind to yourself and fellow human beings because life's short to play on. I will see you in the next video. Absolutely buy this toy. Links in the description below.